Yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy Hollywood Steve back with another video, guys. Alright, we are gonna get into this. I'm gonna just give you guys a quick rundown, a quick review of Monday Night Raw on Netflix this past Monday. Got kind of mixed feelings on it. Kind of some mixed thoughts here. It was good. I thought it was good. I thought that the quality, matches were good, but there for me there was too much celebrity, a ton of celebrity. Hey, look at us, look at all the celebrities, da 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 da, yada 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 yada, all that. So that being said, I generally thought that the matches were all really good. We had title changes. We had Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley opened up the show. Opened up the Netflix debut with her match against Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. That match overall, guys, I thought was really good. I thought was a good match. This seemed like a again, it was like a normal Monday Night Raw. I mean, it didn't really seem like there was, it didn't seem like a pay-per-view. They didn't really, to me, they didn't hype it up as a pay-per-view. But we had Rhea Ripley again. We had Rhea Ripley taking on Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley picked up the win. Liv Morgan went for the Oblivion a couple different times. We had some good spots in there. Liv Morgan Dominic tried to throw in the belt, get himself involved in the match. When that didn't work, Raquel Rodriguez threw in the chair. Liv Morgan tried to hit Oblivion to Rhea Ripley onto the chair. Rhea, which I thought in a really cool spot. Blocked the Oblivion. Hit the Riptide for the 1, 2, 3, and we have a new women's champion. Rhea Ripley has regained her title. And in a kind of a cool moment, kind of for me, I mean, at least in my mind, because I'm a fan of the dead man, the Undertaker himself. I thought was really kind of cool. Undertaker's music hits, the gong, and it's his Attitude Era biker music. I thought was really cool. He comes rolling out on his bike, does his lap around the ring, and then rides back up the ramp. Him and Rhea stop, and him and Rhea do the Taker pose. I thought that was cool. Both putting their fists up in the air. I thought that was pretty cool. But the thing was, here was the thing. Becky Lynch was supposed to be in that spot, but they couldn't get Becky Lynch couldn't, I guess, for whatever reason, Becky Lynch couldn't be there. So they got The Undertaker. I mean, which is not a bad, not a bad, choice. You get the Hall of Famer. Then we had Jey Uso taking on Drew McIntyre. This match was this match is okay. This match is fine. I mean, like I said, it felt like a regular episode of Monday Night Raw. It didn't really feel like... Yeah, they had the title changes and this and that, but, celebrities, and it felt like they wanted to make it feel like a WrestleMania, and it felt like a WrestleMania. I mean, I forgot, Rock did open the show, welcoming everybody to the new Netflix era, and it was just, it was weird. It was weird because just a year ago we had heel Rock. We had the final boss, Rock, and here he is all of a sudden he's a babyface. All of a sudden he's a good guy. And okay, now him and Cody are buddy, him and Cody are friends, and it was weird. It was weird. And Rock's thanking everybody, thanking all the Netflix guys, and everything, and telling Cody he's a great champion, he's carried this company, he's doing an excellent job carrying the company on his back, and this and that, and then The Rock goes, say hi to Mama Rhodes for me, and and he goes, just kidding, it just was like, okay, Rock, you were uber heel final boss Rock just a year ago, and then now you're like, okay, now me and Cody are friends, now me and Cody are in the back sharing a cup of tequila, really, like, vodka or whatever, okay, but, and then we had Jey Uso, taking on Drew McIntyre. Jey picked up the win, here, with a crucifix pin for the 1, 2, 3. Drew got overconfident, tried to hit the Claymore a couple different times, and he just got overconfident, and Jey capitalized. Jey picked up the win and quickly rolls out of the ring to avoid Drew. But I think Drew could have sold this like frustration a little bit more, because we went right into a... Now we cut to a commercial here in the States. It was a commercial. There was and that's the other thing. There were too many commercial breaks. There were too many adverts on this episode of Raw, on this debut episode of Raw on Netflix. And that's the thing that's the thing that got me, was there were too many ad breaks. It reminded me of a regular episode of Monday Night Raw. It reminded me of a normal episode of Monday Night Raw. It didn't... Yeah, it had the celebrity vibe, the WrestleMania feel, but there were just too many commercials. Too many commercials in this. And it reminded me, like I said, it reminded me of a normal episode of Monday Night Raw that I used to watch back on when it was on the USA Network. And all the commercials mid-match, and it just... That annoyed me. I was thinking there were going to be less commercials. That was the thing that annoyed me. But we got backstage with New Day was backstage talking, and then we get Chad Gable shows up with American Maiden, and Kathy Kelly's talking to Adam Pearce, and he says, I want next week, I want you to give me a match against the best luchador that you can find. The best luchador out there. And Adam Pearce goes, excuse me, excuse me, Kelly, I have a phone call to go make. And we get and later on we get a little vignette, we get another little teaser, and this time it says Penta. So next week we're getting Chad Gable versus the mystery partner, which we can all pretty much assume that it is going to be Penta Cero Miedo that is going to be Chad Gable's opponent. We are going to get the debut in the WWE on Monday Night Raw of Penta Cero Miedo. I cannot wait for this match because it is going to be fire. It is going to be chef's kiss. It is going to be awesome. Penta is going to tear the house down. And the reception that Penta is going to get is going to be off the hook. It is going to be absolutely wild. Absolutely crazy. The reception that Penta is going to get next week on Raw. I cannot wait. It is going to be absolutely incredible. I am so looking forward to it. Then we got, I'm trying to kind of remember right off the top of my head, guys, from memory. So, we had Hulk Hogan come out promoting his All-American beer, and for, again, I grew up watching Hulk Hogan. I grew up loving Hulk Hogan. But my opinion on him kind of has maybe changed a little bit, just because of the things he said, the things he's done. He comes out promoting his American beer with Jimmy Hart, and he's getting booed out of the building. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that probably had something to do with politics, him being in LA being a heavily blue state, California, where I live in the state of California, just being a blue state to begin with. I'm sure that had a lot to do with it, but I'm sure that everybody knew all the other things that he said and done, so that played I'm sure that played a huge factor in that as well, in his reception. I read that somebody said that he should have leaned into that heel Hollywood Hogan character, but he didn't. He tried to recover, started talking about Macho Man Randy Savage, talking about Andre the Giant, talking about does the shirt rip, Raw is, Netflix is Raw, had that on. And funny thing is he's walking back, he doesn't realize it is Hulk Hogan for you. He doesn't realize that he's got his ripped t-shirt hanging down looking like a dress. Okay? Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. And so that happened. We get, and all throughout the night, we got these really awesome, cool drone shots, which I thought were so cool. Got these cool drone shots just of the arena and just following the crowd, following the wrestlers. I thought that was so cool. And we got this got our blood feud match. We got Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, and that match was amazing. That match was awesome. That was a killer match. CM Punk and Seth Rollins really tore the house down, in my opinion. And I guess I didn't know this because I didn't see the match when CM Punk was in AEW, but I guess there was one point where they did a callback to his match against, believe it was Hangman Page, where he goes for a GTS, and Hangman falls over the top rope. CM Punk he kind of falls into a GTS, and he gets the 1-2-3, and so that there was a callback to that, and there was a callback to CM Punk's jacket, his Triple X jacket. There was a callback to that against his match against Jack Perry, I believe it was, the last time he was in AEW. So there was a nice little callback to that. There was just some cool little callbacks in this match. At one point they both traded each other's moves. Went through, got thrown onto the table, onto the announcer's table. CM Punk went for a stomp. Seth hit a couple of GTSs. Punk kicks out. Seth kicks out of the stomp. Seth tries to hits a pedigree or two. Then he kind of does this move where he's kind of on the rope, and he kind of on the apron or whatever, and he kind of falls in over the rope and falls into the GTS. Punk gets the 1-2-3. Punk picks up the victory here in a really good match. Then we got the main event for the Ula Fala, which was Solo Sikoa versus Roman Reigns, to see who the real tribal chief is. The OTC. Solo came out. Solo comes out. Roman came out with Paul Heyman to a very, very nice reaction. A very lovely crowd reaction, as Roman is now, this awesome babyface. The match itself, before we get there, we had John Cena come out. I know I'm kind of all over the place, guys. Sorry, I'm remembering as I'm talking here different parts because I don't have it in front of me here. So, kind of putting that match aside for a second, John Cena came out, talked about, this is your era, this is a new era, and this is the, because of the WWE fans, because of you guys, we're able to do what we do, and this is my final tour. This is the farewell tour of John Cena, and he's I could just go for a title shot. I could go for 17 title reigns here, but I don't know if I want to do that. I could enter the Rumble. I could enter the Chamber and win. I could win Money in the Bank. I could win the Chamber. I could win the Royal Rumble. And Cena's just rattling off, and he goes, "You know what? I'm gonna enter the Royal Rumble, and I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble, and I'm gonna do this for you guys. And I'm gonna win my 17th title for you guys." And so that was kind of cool. That was nice to see John Cena out there, and he got a really good reception. So then we get the solo Roman match. That match is really good. That match is good. A lot of shenanigans, obviously, because it's tribal combat for the Ula Fala. So there's no disqualification. So Tama Tonga, interferes, Jey Uso comes running down, takes out Tama Tonga. Jacob Fatu comes in, hits it. Oh my gosh. Jacob Fatu. That dude is on another planet. That guy is so good. He's so freaking good. Oh my gosh. I love Jacob Fatu. He is so good. He is so good. He's freaking, oh my gosh. He is freaking awesome. Okay? Jacob Fatu. He comes out absolutely just is taking out Roman, destroying Roman, Solo hits the spike for, hits a couple of spikes, 2.5. Roman, Cody comes out, Roman does his Superman punch, spear, 1, 2, 3. Roman picks up the win. Roman picks up the victory here. He is now the tribal chief, the OTC, and in a spot in the end of the match, which I thought was, again, was really weird from The Rock, really weird. And I've heard a lot of people saying this about The Rock on Netflix, like being there. It was just it was weird. Like he just went from being the final boss, this uber heel, to now all of a sudden being this, babyface. This, hey, it's The Rock. I'm happy to be here. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Where last year I was totally destroying Cody Rhodes and yeah, now here we are. I'm a babyface now, guys. Cheer for me. Okay, it's The Rock, so people are gonna But apparently, I guess now Rock is now the High Chief. Simona or something along those lines. They had a High Chief ceremony in Hawaii. Crowning Rock as the new High Chief for the late Peter Maivia and since Alpha and Sika are now passed, Rock is now the High Chief. And so Rock comes out, presents the Ulafala to Roman, and Roman is now back on top where he belongs as the OTC, the original tribal chief. So it's going to be interesting now to see where the story goes. It's going to be interesting to see where Solo goes in this story. Where The Rock is going to fit in here, where Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens interfered as well. I mean, where Kevin Owens is going to fit into this story. Are we going to, because this story can go on and on and on and on and on and on. There's, again, so many different directions that they could go with this story. So many different directions they could go with the story. But we're going to see what happens, guys. And that there, guys, was kind of just a little quick rundown of my thoughts on the Netflix debut of Raw. Again, it was kind of an average episode. I mean, I wasn't overly, impressed. It just seemed like a normal episode of Monday Night Raw to me. It didn't really have that. To me, it didn't really have those WrestleMania, big deal vibes, but maybe to you guys it did. But to me, it just felt like another Monday Night Raw. I mean, with Hall of Famers, felt like a Hall of Fame episode of Monday Night Raw. Basically, it just, But anyway, guys, that is it for this one. I will make sure that I am back tomorrow with another video, guys. We'll have a SmackDown preview. I will catch you guys in the next one. Make sure, guys, please, guys, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Hollywood Steve Wrestling Podcast channel. Make sure you guys share this video with your friends. Make sure you guys are giving this video a big ol' fat thumbs up. right there. There's my thumb right there. Make sure you guys give this a big ol' fat thumbs up just like that. Remember, this is Hollywood Steve. When you're Hollywood Steve, it's for life, brah.